Start now. Alright. Hey YouTubers, this is Pam Perry getting started in artist. Got your water, that's good, that's good. We're going to talk today about branding. One of the things about starting in a business is that you start for a reason. You go into it for a reason. Obviously, we like the products, we like the body magic, we like the way it makes us look, we like the belief, we like the way it makes us feel, we like the compensation plan, and we like the way we get paid. But the main thing that we want to understand is that the only thing we have to do in the business is really, really simple, is that we're sharing. We're not salespeople. We don't sell. We don't make people buy things. People don't like to be, people don't like to be sold things anyway. I know I don't buy things when people make me. So we like the product, we use the product. So the main thing is like, what makes you different, what makes you unique? And it's your brand. What do you stand for? Who are you? What's your calling? What's your purpose? And the reason why that's important, because if you want to build a team, people don't really join a business as much as they join people. You join Portia, because based on her word, her integrity, and that's really like the main thing. And YouTubers, that's okay. So one of the things too is that it's based on. All right, come on, have a seat, have a seat. Good, good. So one of the things I'm going to talk a little bit about is about branding. All right, because branding is, give an example. Branding online is so easy to do now, like what we're doing right now with the YouTube. We're doing the YouTube video because that's one of the things how people can get to know you. We can't really go out and speak to thousands at one time, but YouTube has 2.1 million people on it every day. Not to say 2.2 million are going to see this video, but people are on there. So what I want to give everyone is like this little sheet here that talks about how to really learn how to use Twitter. How many people have a Twitter account? All right, you're in luck. Good. Well, I'll give you this little sheet. And this will give you a free video on how to actually do Twitter. Because when you have Twitter, what it is that you're building relationships. So when you first starting out, we go to our friends, we go to our family, we go to our co-workers, we go to people we go to church with, we go to, we go to everybody. We call that the warm market. So we go to the warm market and we tell them everything about what we have. We have our AM PM pills, we got the body magic, we got health and nutrition guides, we've got all kinds of these things. And then pretty soon we may say, you know what, I ran out of people I can talk to. So how do you develop a list? Or if you don't have time, think about it. If you work during the day, you don't have access to a computer. I mean, you don't have access to people or on the telephone, but you can actually do Twitter by phone, you can do Facebook by phone, you can do a lot of the computer stuff maybe in the evening, because you don't want to call people every 9 o'clock at night. That'd be rude. Why are you calling me so late? It's like, oh, but you can email people, and that's, so the internet is really, but before we even do that, I packed that out. The website is brandingsuperstar.com, because you are your brand. What you bring to the table, what makes you unique, what experiences do you have, what relationships do you have, what people do you know, all of that is important. And I tell you this today because I got a phone call before I came here today, and I told her, I said, that was so funny that you would call. Her name was Phyllis, and Phyllis called me out of the blue because she saw me on Facebook. And she saw me on YouTube or something, and she said, you know what, I'd like to know if you would do a showcase for me. She says, for me and maybe about, I don't know, 7 of my friends or whatever, we're going to be a showcase for me November 14th. And she leaves a message, she says, I'm not a distributor yet, but I'd like to know if you do a showcase in Sherwood Forest.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know you. It's like, sure, I'll do it. I'm thinking, like, people in my own team don't even, like, are that eager to do showcase stuff. But I was like, the power of the internet. So it does work. It is real. So go to like brandingsuperstar.com. If it's also new to you, it's tutorials that this will teach you how to do that. But the main thing before you start doing that is you want a brand. You want a nice photo. You want a nice bio. Who are you? What do you stand for? Maybe you got in the business. Maybe you're a salon owner. Okay, so obviously your niche or your team will be made up of people who are into beauty, in the beauty industry. So maybe you're in the medical industry or something like that. So maybe the people who are in the medical. So whatever your bend is, that's really the area that you go after, because if not, we'll be scattered and we're trying to go everywhere. And that's not really authentic. That's not really you. If you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe the people that you would appeal to are stay-at-home moms. So really, it's not so much, it's like strategic. What I'm trying to tell you is that the product itself, it sells itself. who you're selling it to and who you want to be a part of your team is the most important, because who you're going to be interfacing with is someone who you want that would relate to you and you relate to them. So if I'm interfacing with, say, someone that really wouldn't relate to me on my team, and they don't get me and I don't get them, that's going to be a struggle. But maybe they should be on another team with her because they relate to her better. We all have the same product. We all selling the same thing. But what we're buying is connecting to the right people. And that's really like the main thing that is like, okay. Because once you know the product, once you know what it does, what you know, you have your list and everything, then you go after people. The other thing, too, is that out of my team, I think I have like 14 people on my first line, 14 people. Half of them came from the internet. And they're from across the country. I don't even know them. You know what I mean? I have not met them face to face. They have watched me, though. It's not like they don't know me. But everything that I do online is very authentic because they know my brand. My brand is ministrymarketingsolutions.com. So that's my business. I market books. They should say, this is your resource lady. It's like I market books, I read books, I market Christian books. So that's my brand. So I tend to attract people who are, one, Christian, two, people who like to read, people who like books, people who are maybe entrepreneurial minded, or people who want to learn the internet, or, you know, it just depends. But basically, you're going to attract what your brand is. And so I ask all of you, what is your brand? You know, to think about what is it, the main thing that people would know if you consistently get compliments all the time. What are people complimenting you on? And I did this to my friend the other day, and I said, what is it? I called him. I've known him since high school. You know, because your family may not know, because they see you every day, but I haven't seen him in a while. So what is it, if they just say 3 things that you know about me, what would you say? He says, well, he says, I know you're always motivating, you're always positive, you're always giving out a lot of information. I said, yes, that's true. I've been doing that since high school. And so I have this little sheet right here. I went to Carmano's today because a friend of mine was there. It says,